haven't got all night. I've got Thai restaurants to get to, right? I've got a few, about half an hour I can give you, and that's it, all right? So when I finish, no more of that. Oh, don't go, Millsy, don't go, stay, right? Because I've got to go out tonight. I went out last. I shouldn't go out tonight because I went out last night, but I had such a poxy night that I'm going to try and have a decent. Last night I went out with Les Dennis, who's my mate, right? But he's a nice guy, but he's a bit of a nuisance. Because when say you go out for a drink, right, you go to the bar, and Les will go like, what do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? Pint of lager, please, Les. You say pint of lager. Our survey says, just get me a pint of lager. And then Matthew Kelly turned up, and he's a bigger nuisance, plus he's got a beard. And he comes up and he goes, where are you going? So I'm going to the toilet. Tonight, Bob Mills, you're going to be having a wee-wee. So I'm going to go out tonight, have a decent night. I've a couple of things I want to show you, right? This fantastic microwave. I always show you a little bit of stuff in my microwave because it's so fantastic. Look at this new thing I've discovered it can do, right? You get that, right? Pineapple. Perfectly simple thing, pineapple, right? It's dried, isn't it? So what you do is you put it in there, right? Press 222 111 32 123 125, and I've done it wrong. 6, I don't know, it's only pretend. And then press start, and the dried pineapple comes out as a bit of pine and an apple. That's fantastic, that. Any vegetarians come mincing around your place, you can give them that, because they'll eat anything. Loads of stuff around, stuff to tell you. Oh, you've seen my programme? What do you think of my programme? Do you like it? You seen it on the telly? Oh, it's a big, big hit. There's me there, look, in the X-Files. That's me, look. That's me going, you're joking, I ain't going out there. There's something out there, you must be crazy, I'm going to stay here. That's that, been doing that. What else have I been up to? I bought this book. I've got this book. I'm supposed to be promoting it. I'm not sure. How about Keeping Fish with Valerie Singleton? I'm going to write a sequel called How About Not? And what else have I... Oh, this is also very good. This is another book that I've written. This is the Personal Security Handbook. Now, I don't know if you can see that there. It says consultant editor Alan Drake, but editor, look, Bob Mills, that's me. I edited that. And it's a personal security handbook, and what you do is very, very interesting. You take it with you, and if anyone comes up to you in the street, you just go, go on, piss off out of it! Smack them around the head, be fine. Oh, right, now the other reason I've been very, very busy is I've been involved in legal proceedings, right? So what do you think of this? A load of Americans, right, exchange students, they came over here, and they came, and very kindly, I think out of the kindness of my own heart, I let them stay in my flat, OK? Fair enough. And I live here, and as you know, there's 3 women live across the hall, right? OK. And they all stayed here, and all the time that I thought they were just enjoying my company and living the kind of life I live, they were actually taking notes, right? I've got a picture of, that we all had taken when they were staying over here, but as I say, I'm not very happy with the moment, because they've gone over to America, and they've made a television programme, look, based on their experience in my flat, which I think's an abominable thing to do. Thanks for coming. You found me in, right, which is, again, a huge shock, because normally, obviously, about this time of night, I'd be out and about. Right, I've had a right laugh, right, but my mate's got the right on me. You know Noel Gallagher, right, my mate, out of that band he's in, whatever it's called, like a soft drink. He's come down here and round my house, right, and he's left his scooter outside. Yeah, I've only nicked the wheels off it. You wait till he comes out. He'll come out and he'll go, what the bloody hell do you think you're doing, checking wheels off me scooter? But he'll see the funny side, because really, he likes to laugh, Noel. He don't show it, but he does. There's something I want to show you, right? I want to show you a tape. But before I do, sorry, I've changed my mind. I was going to show you a tape. I'm going to do this. Somebody told me this joke, right? I'm not very good at jokes, but somebody told me this joke. Oh, God. What do you get if a Chinaman crosses a chicken with a duck? A chicken with webbed feet. What do you get? It's something about a Chinaman and a chicken and a duck. Okay. Do any of you go Oxford University, Cambridge University, any other university, debating society, right? I've always been a great fan of the advocate system, adversarial systems in law and things like that. And there's a friend of mine, a fellow called Tony Fisk, and he's bringing out... It's this video, really, to me, it sums up the whole essence of the joys of debate, right? It's from a video they made. Basically, he's been accused by archaeologists of going onto archaeological sites and nicking stuff of them. So they've confronted him face to face in a pub. And I think what he does here is they're supposed to be the clever ones. They're supposed to be the intelligent ones, the little one in the suit. But he uses his own powers of argument to get his own point across. And personally, I found it very, very impressive.
As soon as I get a sniff of you on a field somewhere, I'm behind you. Believe me, I will wave that sign.
What happens if it's the only coin on that villa floor?
Hard luck.
So we've lost the dating of that villa?
Hard luck.
So we don't know the dating of the villa? So we've lost a big chunk of Roman history?
Hard luck.
And it's in your pocket?
Hard luck.
For your money?
Correct. There's a big round of applause there. Money's mine.
I love him like a brother already. Especially because he looks so much like me dad. Hard luck. I want to have a whole series of programmes. In fact, I'm going to make them, because as you know, if I want to make a television programme, I'll just do it like that. I'm pretty much the most powerful man in the world of television. So I'm going to make a programme. You know Rumpole of the Bailey? That'll go. It'll be Tony Fisk of the Bailey. Your Honour, did you know that with malice aforethought, hard luck? You did break into the... Hard luck. And the bill, you could put him in the bill, couldn't you? You get Bob Cryer. Now, listen, son, you stole the cut. Hard luck. Fantastic. But now then, you know I make television programmes. One of the things that I particularly like, as you well know, is science programmes. Things that deal with pure science, right? Not nitwit stuff, pure stuff. I'm going to show you this tape. What can I tell? One thing I have to tell you in advance is that I've had a relationship, right? Because, you know, sometimes I have, like, sexual relationships with women. You know that. You're aware of that, don't you? 2 words, spice and girls, all right? You know, sometimes I do. And I did have a relationship with the woman in this, but don't let that, you know...
How exactly do you...
Sorry, just before we go any further, it weren't her. No, I wouldn't be knocking around with a skinny blonde bird, right? It was the other one, anyway.
Douse with food?
Yeah, well, the normal technique which I use for...
You shut up, please, for a minute. You shut up. You're not interested in science? Right, she's talking about dowsing, right? Dowsing for food. I don't know. Have a look.
Testing for allergies is to actually place a food sample next to a person, and then I douse the alterations which occur in the body as the body reacts to that food sample.
What exactly is dowsing for anyone who doesn't know?
Well, dowsing generally is... Some people do it with a pendulum. There's a little pendulum that I use.
Actually, if you don't mind, I bought her that. That was my parting gift. My parting gift when I had to leave and say, I'm sorry, I can't go out with you anymore because, I suspect you're a bloke. I'm sorry, I can't go out anymore, but please accept this little pendulum as a token of my esteem. But I'll tell you what, she does like a laugh. I remember before she went to do this programme, she said, see that little blonde woman over there? I went, yeah, yeah. And she said, I bet I can get some sausages on her belly. Right? Have a look.
So how can you actually tell whether or not... I mean, could you douse for me, or do I have to douse for myself to see if I'm allergic to it?
I can douse you.
Right. If you could go through these and tell me what, if any, I'm allergic to.
Well, I mean, ideally, it would have been better if these had been put in small containers, because... So I'm going to have to actually put the plate next to your body.
OK, fine. Where do you want it?
So, well... Come on,
Right.
Sausages on the belly, there you go.
The centre of a person's body is at the navel.
Now, hang on, look.
Don't come any closer.
Right.
Yeah.
No, don't come any closer. You might see my 5 o'clock shadow. Don't come any closer. Now, what she's going to do now, and this is where it becomes a serious scientific experiment, please. She's going to find out if you're allergic to any of these foods.
OK.
So, do you have an allergy to sausages? Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do detect there is an allergy to these sausages, whatever they are.
Or maybe they've got something in that's not normally in sausages, because they don't normally.
Well, shut up, Blondie! If she says you're allergic to sausages, you are, right? You got your own TV programme, be grateful for small mercies.
Allergic content may not be the meat, it could be the fat,
Could be
it could be a
anything.
preservative,
Could be the plate.
it could be the skin, it could be anything at all.
That's sausage, right. OK, let's have a look at coffee.
Does she have an allergy to coffee? No.
I do.
Oh, no, you're just spoiling it for her because you're jealous of her hair now, aren't you? You're not allergic to coffee.
No, I don't think you do.
Not with this particular coffee.
Well, often with coffee, OK, coffee is quite a common substance which causes allergies, but many people don't realise that it's not just the coffee. It could be the sugar which they use, it could be the milk.
Of course,
It could even be the water.
Which is what we...
moving away from her. Yes, it could be anything.
You can actually
yes.
test whether
Security.
or not food is off, out of its sell-by date. Could you test this?
Right, now, shut up now, because this is another very important thing. Right, I'll show that again. She can do something else amazing with her dowsing skills. She can tell whether or not things are...
You can actually test whether or not food is off, out of its sell-by date. Could you test it?
Just one other thing. There is another way of doing this. Just have a look on the top of the package to see what the date is. But maybe you live in Wales, you don't get pre-packaged food yet. I don't know. But so she does it by dowsing, tells if it's out of date or not.
Yes. Yes. Is this food off? Well, it says no, actually.
It's solid.
Oh, what is it?
It's milk with a crust on it.
Oh, it is off. Well...
So basically, the only way to wind up the show, Blondie, is to say, so basically you've come on the show and you can't do anything you said you could do. OK, fine.
It varies. There may be something in a particular sausage that you are allergic to, even though you're not normally. So it's a great way of telling.
A great way of telling what? A great way of telling if you've got a liar on your show, that's all. Right, I just want to say something now. The dowsing, the allergies to food, is food off. That's just a sideline. It's just like a parlour trick that she does. She's actually a very serious scientist, and there is one particular field in which her expertise is absolutely peerless, and that's what she's going to talk about now.
Now, you're planning to recreate the Dodo, the extinct Dodo. How are you going to do this?
Well, it's quite a simple process, really, although it sounds fantastic.
It certainly does. You're going to recreate the Dodo? Yeah, I'll just get my little crystal and I'll rub it over like that, and the Dodo comes back to life. It's fantastic.
But the process is actually to transfer biomagnetic information stored within Dodo bone into turkeys.
Hopefully, the more you breed and breed, the more the Dodo will become apparent.
Yes.
Now, I believe this is actually done before in other animals.
Yes, well, there's a doctor in China who's been experimenting, transferring vibrations from one species into another, and what he's done is actually transfer vibrations from ducks into chickens and obtain chickens with webbed feet.
Oh, it's funny when she tells it. I can't carry a gag and suddenly she's Ben Bleed Nelton. That was the gag as I remembered it, anyway. Ducks, chickens, that's right.
And then how long will this actually take to do?
Well, the process, the first process, the first stage, if you like, is to transfer the vibrations into the first lot of chicks. And then...
Sorry, can I just stop for a second and alert you to something? You're about to hear a phrase which I doubt you'll ever have heard before in your life, and I'm willing to bet as much as I'm earning this year that you're probably never, ever going to hear this phrase again.
Well, these chicks will grow up. They could have varying degrees of dodo-ness.
Have a look in any phrase book, in any country. How do I say varying degrees of dodo-ness? No, I'm never going to need it, am I? Fascinating woman, though, and as I say, a scientist.
Where did your fascination come from about the Dodo?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, to be honest, I was driving through part of London. I saw a big sign.
Sorry, I'm just going to... Just give me a second.
The Dodo.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, to be honest, I was driving...
I was driving? They let this woman alone at the wheels of the car? How can that possibly be?
Mrs. Dodo, I regret to inform you that you failed to reach the required standard. You failed your driving test.
Oh? No, let me check. See? Have I passed my test? Yes? No? That's fine. Now, there's something else I want to show you now. This is, I'm not a man who needs heroes. Can we say that? I'll put this in. I'm pretty much, I take a bit of beating when it comes to the gal stakes and to the life stakes, and there are very few people that I could say I envy. But I think you'll agree with me that this chap is one of them.
I wanna take you for a ride to this place called the Pleasure Zone, Pleasure Zone.
I like to live life in the fast lane. Restaurants, clubs, pubs, cinemas, you name it, I'm doing it. If I'm not doing any of that, we're having sex. Mad, passionate sex. So it's got to be wild sex, though. It's not boring stuff. It's highly physically demanding.
A fantastic guy. He's got everything. Pubs, clubs, he's there. He's doing it. He's got a fast car. And this woman that he's got, hey, if we're not doing that, we're having sex. Mad, passionate sex, physically demanding. Hey, mate, if I, metaphorically, I doff my cap to you. Absolutely fantastic.
So, yeah, that's the sort of woman I'm looking for.
Oh, you big pillock. That's the sort of woman I'm looking... That's the sort of woman we're all looking for. We thought you had her, you big dope. This is actually... this is the Italian stallion. And as you can imagine what kind of... The car, the lifestyle, imagine what kind of flat he's got, eh? Eh? The big penthouse overlooking the river with the sunken bath and the beautiful four-poster bed. Whew.
This is the Italian stallion from Slough here. And you're obviously out 6:20, and this is my sexy voice, and I want you to call me back to come out on Thursday. Okay.
You love him, you do. This is my sexy voice. Oh, by the way, I live in a rabbit hutch. It is a programme about men seeking women, you know, men who need partners. That's all right, these people do exist. And I made this programme, and I'll tell you something, right? There's this one... Well, look, I'll show you.
My dream woman is Sam Fox. She wanted...
Now, this is Sam Fox, right? She's printed it in the paper. I've got 3 years to find Mr. Right, marry him, and have his baby, right? Now, this bloke in this programme offered his own services. Out of the goodness and the kindness of his heart, he offered to take her on, right? And, well, like a fool, like the fool that she is, she turned him down. Unbelievable.
To have a family, and I wrote down to the son and sort of just put my feelings into words on paper.
Are you offering yourself as a father?
In a way, yes. All right, if she said, yes, I'll be friends with you, but I don't want it to go any further, that wouldn't bother me at all. I got used to rejection now. It just comes as second nature.
So even if you just said, look, if you just want to be mates, that's fine, I won't take it. And she's supposed to be a Christian. Big dope. Back to my mate, the Italian stallion, anyway, because one thing I do admire him for is I know the guys are going to agree with me, and, you know, I think some of you little ladies out there will agree as well, that when it comes to pulling technique, this man is numero uno.
I haven't really used too many chat rooms. I've normally used body contact, mostly, especially if I'm in a nightclub and I see someone that I like. I'll dance behind them and give their bum a little squeeze or a little slap and get a reaction. If I get a wink back or a smile, then I'm in there, really. One occasion I went up to a girl at the bar and I thought it'd be a good idea to go up behind her and slap her bum and pretend that I knew her. And then when she turned around, I just said, oh, damn, I thought you were Alison or whoever. I said, I'm really sorry, can I get you a drink? And that was it, I was in there. She loved it.
Fantastic, isn't he? Some more filming that I did of him.
He grabbed me, and the next thing I know, you've got your tongue down my throat. Yeah, that's what you kept saying, and every time that you heard that word, it was like open mouth job. Wasn't it?
I shouldn't tell you this now. You know, I told you my mum was Stella Remington, so I've got loads of friends in MI5, MI6, as long as you don't go no further. Because when I was making that film, I did bug his phone. So I am able to tell you, you've heard him on the phone, I can actually tell you the conversation from the other end of that phone as well. This is it, listen up.
At the third stroke, the time sponsored by Accurist will be 4:57 precisely.
Actually, I'm taking the mick out of him a little bit, but in fact, you've got completely the wrong impression of him, because obviously if you take anything from a TV programme out of context, you can make someone look any way that you please. In fact, he's a perfectly nice man, and I think, like a lot of people in this world, all he wants, well, let him tell you, all he wants is someone to love.
What I want is I want a woman...
He's had a whack, hasn't he? Just before this interview, someone's given him a whack, haven't they? Sorry, here he is wanting someone to love.
What I want is I want a woman that I can communicate with and feel really good with and maybe, you know, love. Well, that's what I want.
That's it. Is that a lot to ask for in life? The man wants someone to love, that's all. And I've seen him. I've filmed him out on a first date. He's nicked that idea off me as well. Sitting by the television screen, look. The man, I filmed him out on a first date, and he's a very, very nice, he's a very pleasant conversationalist.
When it comes to sex, it's like... It's not the normal humdrum, day in, day out sort of crap that everybody else does. It's like... really... It's really fiery. It's good sex, you know?
Actually, Legend, I've got to come clean right at the end of this little section and tell you it's very wrong of me to have poked fun at him because he does suffer from a kind of version of Tourette's syndrome. Do you know what that is, Tourette's syndrome, where people shout out swear words? That's what he's got because his brain is so totally overflowing with the idea of sexual fantasy and things of a sexual nature that he just can't stop himself. He's got this Tourette's thing.
Maybe it's because you're basing all these relationships on sex and maybe love comes out of something other than sex.
No. No, I'm not basing it just on sex. I don't just... dick sex...
Listen, you've had me longer than you should have had me, all right? I've been here ages now and I've got to go. So I've got to go string fellas and tits! No, seriously, Peter Stringfellow's a friend of mine, and he went, young, firm, plump buttocks! So I've got to go there and see him, but it's been nice seeing you. I'll see you, bollocks! I'll see you later.
Splendid view. Oh, well, here goes. Chin chin. Oh. Miss, waitress. You cannot expect me to eat that. It's off.
Huh? Is this pie off? Hmm? No, it's fine. It's fine. No, that's fine. No, it's fine. See? It's fine. No, that's fine.
I'd like to see the manager. Yeah. This pie is rancid.
Hard luck.
It's full of maggots.
Hard luck.
If I eat this, I should be terribly ill.
Hard luck.
This is absolutely disgraceful.
Hard luck.
Well, do you expect me to pay for this?
Correct. A round of applause for you there. Money's mine. Very busy. So I've been involved in legal proceedings, right? So what do you think of this? A lot of Americans, right, exchange students, they came over here and they came and very kindly, I think out of the kindness of my own heart, I let them stay in my flat. OK? Fair enough. And I live here, and as you know, there's 3 women live across the hall, right? OK. And they all stayed here, and all the time that I thought they were just enjoying my company and living the kind of life I live, they were actually taking notes, right? I've got a picture of, that we all had taken when they were staying over here, but as I say, I'm not very happy with them at the moment, because they've gone over to America, and they've made a television programme, look, based on their experience in my flat, which I think's an abominable thing to do. Thanks for coming. You found me in, right, which is, again, a huge shock, because normally, obviously, about this time of night, I'd be out and about. Right, I've had a right laugh, right, but my mate's got the right on me. You know, Noel Gatt. Fantastic microwave. I always show you a little bit of stuff in my microwave because it's so fantastic. Look at this new thing I've discovered it can do, right? You get that, right? Pineapple. Perfectly simple thing, pineapple, right? It's dried, isn't it? So what you do is you put it in there, right? Press 222 111 32 123 125, and I've done it wrong. 6, I don't know, it's only pretend. And then press start, and the dried pineapple comes out as a bit of pine and an apple. That's fantastic, that. Any vegetarians come mincing around your place, you can give them that, because they'll eat anything. Loads of stuff around, stuff to tell you. Oh, you seen my programme? What do you think of my programme? Do you like it? You seen it on the telly? Oh, it's a big, big hit. There's me there, look, in the X-Files. That's me, look. That's me going, you're joking, I ain't going out there. There's something out there, you must be crazy, I'm going to stay here. That's that, been doing that. What else have I been up to? I bought this book. I've got this book, I'm supposed to be promoting it, I'm not sure. How about Keeping Fish with Valerie Singleton? I'm going to write a sequel called How About Not? And what else have I... Oh, this is also very good. This is another book that I've written. This is the Personal Security Handbook. Now, I don't know if you can see that there. It says consultant editor Alan Drake, but editor, look, Bob Mills, that's me. I edited that. And it's a personal security handbook, and what you do is very, very interesting. You take it with you, and if anyone comes up to you in the street, you just go, go on, piss off out of it! Smack them around the head, be fine. Oh, right, now the other reason I've been very... I haven't got all night. I've got Thai restaurants to get to, right? I've got a few, about half an hour I can give you, and that's it, all right? So when I finish, no more of that. Oh, don't go, Millsy, don't go, stay, right? Because I've got to go out tonight. I went out last. I shouldn't go out tonight because I went out last night, but I had such a poxy night that I'm going to try and have a decent. Last night I went out with Les Dennis, who's my mate, right? But he's a nice guy, but he's a bit of a nuisance. Because when say you go out for a drink, right, you go to the bar, and Les will go like, what do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? Pint of lager, please, Les. You say pint of lager. Our survey says, just get me a pint of lager. And then Matthew Kelly turned up, and he's a bigger nuisance, plus he's got a beard. And he comes up and he goes, where are you going? So I'm going to the toilet. Tonight, Bob Mills, you're going to be having a wee-wee. So I'm going to go out tonight, have a decent night. I've a couple of things I want to show you, right? This